Alright, much brew time. Playing some Splendid retreats in Standard. We'll try this. Shambling Vent for our opponent. Well, play the Swamp, pass the turn. Gonna try to wait till we get this tracker down to Evolving Wilds, I think. Concealed Courtyard for our opponent. Glint, Sleeve, Siphoner. Well, kill that. Play a Forest. Might as well run this Ballista out there. Can kill a future Siphoner or something. There's a Swamp for our opponent. Thraben Inspector. And a Gifted Aetherborn. Now play the Forest. And Pestered. Tap land for our opponent. And a Liliana. Ooh, that does get our Walking Ballista. So I guess we just ping Liliana. And kill Gifted Aetherborn. Now we get to start making clues, which should be helpful. And then we get Retreat to Emeria, which isn't great against Liliana, but we might be able to overwhelm it. So Tireless Tracker, play Evolving Wilds, get a clue, crack it, get a Plains, get another clue, and pass turn. Opponent only has 2 cards left in hand. Alright, they have a Grasp for our Tireless Tracker. Takes down Liliana, gets a Siphoner. This is going to be a pretty good Walking Ballista. We mean Ballista, kill Siphoner, kill Liliana. Leave our opponent with just Thraben's Inspectors and Clues, and I guess Shambling Vent. Opponent gets in, down to 18. That's Gitrog Monster. That is so big. Oh, it's so tempting. So tempting. We gotta do this. So Warp Landscape. Walking Ballista. X2. Kill Liliana. Kill Siphoner. Whew, that was a good Ballista. Pestered. Opponent gets in. Hits us down to 16. Cracks a clue. Swamp. Cracks a clue. And Scrap Heap. Well, let's do this. Play Gitrog Monster. Our opponent only has a card they drew last turn, so hopefully it's not a removal spell. I think Anguished Unmaking would be the card I'd be worried about here. Grasp doesn't do it. Fatal Push obviously doesn't do it. Opponent passes. So let's sack the Swamp. Draw a card. Play a Vessel. Crack the Vessel. Get a Swamp or Blighted Woodland. Maybe Blighted Woodland's better? Yeah, let's get Blighted Woodland. Draw a card. Blighted Woodland, crack a clue, see if we can draw land. Alright, there's a land. Pass the turn. So that worked out. Alright, opponent has an Avacyn. That is a clock that we can't block at the moment. Thraben Inspector gets a clue, cracks the clue, I'm sure. Basically, they're looking for a removal spell for the Gitrog Monster. Aethersphere Harvester. That's another flyer. Alright. Opponent gets in with Avacyn. I'll sack a Forest. Draw a card. Actually, let's... Alright, 1, 2, 3. Play... How do we win here? Play Tireless Tracker. These flyers are definitely a problem. Play Evolving Wilds. Get a clue. Crack Evolving Wilds. Draw a card. Get a... Plains, I guess? Get a clue. Play a Swamp. Get a clue. What's our way of winning? I guess we just gotta pass. We're taking 7 in the air? Shambling Vent for our opponent. Fires up the Harvester. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need to block and block, I guess? I don't know if we have anything that gets us out of this. Retreat to Hagra. Get a swamp. We drop to 3. Avacyn's going to flip and kill us. Yep. Alright. Avacyn. Not around much anymore, but was pretty good there. I guess we can go down Worldbreaker, go down Waste, bring in... I don't even know if Planar Outburst is good. I guess that's our only option, though. Let's try that. Alright, we're on the play. We'll try it. Deck. This deck is the king/queen of 2 landers somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but let's play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Alright. Shambling Vends for our opponent. We're going to get a Forest, so we can Vessel if we don't draw black mana. Well, play the Vessel, play the Plains. Pass the turn. This deck does pretty sweet stuff when we run really well. The Orrery. Well, we get a Swamp. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. Well, come on, lands. Lands. Opponent gets in for 3. Shambling Vat and passes. Well, Evolving Wilds land. And let's play Retreat. Play Evolving Wilds. Drain our opponent. Gain a life. And pass turn. So, more lands would be awesome. Especially Evolving Wilds type lands. To start making retreat triggers. Another tap land. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Get a Forest. Drain our opponent. Well, play Retreat to Myria. No land, but that's what we gotta do. Pass turn. Come on, no Gideon. Gideon is super punishing here. Gets in with the Scrounger. Down to 13. Another tap land. Siphoner. Oh man, land would make our day. Opponent needs to resolve their trigger. Another Siphoner. Oh boy. Well, one thing we've learned is this deck really struggles when it misses its land drops. Like, severely struggles. And I guess that makes sense when your game plan is built around these landfall triggers. Opponent goes attacking. Avacyn is pretty bad for us here. Alright, no Avacyn. Take 0. Thalia. Well, that's a land. This is still a bit awkward, but play Retreat. Play a Forest. Drain our opponent. Make a 1/1. Make a 1/1. Unfortunately, they're coming into play tapped. Pass the turn. There's also just some mana base inconsistencies that are kind of frustrating. We have to play a ton of basics to make Evolving Wilds and all that stuff work, but it definitely leads to some situations where we just can't cast our stuff in a reasonable time. Like, that turn would have been much better if we could have Fatal Push, or at least left up Fatal Push, but... Well, play another Retreat to Emeria. Play a Forest. Make some more tokens. Drain our opponent. I mean, we're staying alive-ish. Pass turn. Opponent goes attacking. Well, block and block. Take 0. Splendid Retreat would be nice here. Siphoner. And Gifted Aetherborn. Alright, let's kill Thalia. Well, we did get a land. 1/2. Play Grimflayer. Play a Forest. Are we actually going to have this Orrery do something? If we keep living? Hit our opponent, drain. Alright. Curve for Orrery. Let's see what happens. If we get to Ancestral Recall, if that lives, that might be something that swings the game in our favor. That's a turn. Alright, Fatal Push is our Grip Flayer. Well, we can just chump everything. Opponent draws a card down to 10. They're already down 1 Anguish Unmaking. Wow, I really want this Guru per Ori trigger now. We might actually see that card do some work. So we get to play an extra land each turn, and if you have no cards in hand at your upkeep, you get to draw 3 cards, Ancestral Recall style. Alright, we're just going to chump everything. And hopefully kill the Siphoner. Alright, there's an Avacyn. Everything indestructible. Well, we got to draw good here off this Guru per Ori. Come on, Guru per Ori. We get to draw 3. Oh, God. Oh, no. There's all of our lads. Oh, no. Okay. Well, we get a bunch of landfall triggers. That's something. So, play Warp Landscape. Drain our opponent. Make a 1/1. Make a 1/1. We get a second land drop, so we get to Evolving Wilds. Drain our opponent. Make a 1/1. Make a 1/1. And pass turn. We can't get empty-handed for our Orrery next turn, but opponent draws down to 9. Plays a land, plays a land. Thalia Heretic Cathar. Well, let's sack this. Get a swamp. Drain our opponent. Make a 1/1. Make a 1/1. Opponent gets in with Avacyn. Yep. Well, let's see if we can win this turn. Opponent passes. That's another retreat. Play the retreat. Play a swamp. Drain our opponent. Pump our team. Pump our team. Pump our team. Play a plains. Drain our opponent. Pump our team. Pump our team. Pump our team. I think our opponent has to chump with everything. If they have another Avacyn, then the game ends. Our opponent's dead now. They needed to block with at least 1 Shambling Vent. Oh, maybe they were dead anyway. They would need, like, Shambling Vent plus removal spell? And that does it! Whew! Well, a million retreats could do some crazy things. Let's do that again. Alright. We'll try this. This seems pretty reasonable. Fairly reasonable, at least. Opponent. Concealed Courtyard. And passes. We get a retreat. So let's just Swamp go. Probably just run out Grimflare, unless we gotta kill something with Walking Ballista. Which would be Gluten Sleeves. Well, that's a good one to kill, too. Well, let's just Grimflare, and assume that if our opponent kills this, we should be able to kill Selfless Spirit next turn. And if we get in a hit with Grimflare, things are pretty excellent for us. Down to 18. Another Selfless Spirit. Opponent missed their land drop. Alright, let's... we have another Walking Ballista. Let's play Walking Ballista. I think we have to. Yeah, let's play it. Play Walking Ballista. Get in with Grimflare. Opponent blocks. Sure. Alright. We kill Selfless Spirit. We get the Scry. Fatal Push. So let's do Planar Outburst Graveyard, Swamp Graveyard, Fatal Push on top. Play a Forest, and pass the turn. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we'll just kill Selfless Spirit. There's the tap land. Now, play Warp Landscape, pass the turn. Another land for our opponent. We have the Ballista Retreat combo, which is nice. Alright, opponent has Ether Sphere Harvester. Well, let's crack this, get a Plains. Play a Retreat. Bladed Woodlands, start making our allies. And pass turn. Gifted Aetherborn for our opponent. Let's him get in with the Ether Sphere Harvester. Yep. Gain some life. Hits us for 3. Well, let's play Retreat. Play a Forest. Drain our opponent. Make a 1/1. Play Vessel. Get in with our ally. And pass the turn. So next turn we can sack this Bladed Woodland with double Retreat on the battlefield. Alright, here comes Ether Sphere. Taking 3. Opponent spends all their energy to gain some more life. Alright, crack our Vessel. Oh man, there's our Splendid Reclamation, but we'll take a Valving Wilds. Play a Valving Wilds. Drain our opponent. Make a 1/1. Play Walking Ballista. Go attacking. Oh, this is pretty good. There's Avacyn. But this means we get to crack a Valving Wilds. Get a Swamp. Give Ballista Death Touch. Pump our team. Shoot down Avacyn. Combo! We got the combo. Shoot down Gifted Aetherborn. That worked out exactly how we were hoping. No one expects the Death Touch combo with Walking Ballista. Our opponent in a state of shock and scoops it up. Oh, we got the shame scoop from the from the Death Touch combo. Wow, we baited him into it, and that went pretty well. Whoo, sweet.